A player has been stealing chocolate cake wherever he plays in secret, but he has been caught by 3 NBA star teammates on 3 separate occasions. For their silence, the player had to pass the ball more often. You will find details about the witnesses by solving clues. From there, you will have to work out the culprit, who is a teammate to all the witnesses. In order to tap into my superior detective skills, I need the perfect hat. I think this one. Yeah, this is definitely the one we want today. Boys, we are back with a brand new video. The Black Sherlock Holmes is here. Kinda, because Idris Elba is like the Black Sherlock Holmes. But okay, I'll be his assistant right now. We gotta solve the mystery that y'all saw in the intro. Let's get into it. So to go along with what y'all saw in the intro, a couple more things that'll help us out. The little arrow pointed thing means that the player that we're guessing is a current day player, and then the asterisk or the star means that that player is a Hall of Famer. There are 60 questions here, 20 minutes. Honestly, we may need the whole 20 minutes because anagrams, we made a video about anagrams before, and honestly, I struggled on it. Oh my god, I did it. Okay, yo, dude was not playing. He said you may need a pen and paper for that. Your boy just used his whiteboard that's usually blank because I don't have a purpose for it. So if we do use the whole 20 minutes, trust me, y'all won't see the whole 20. I'll cut out the boring parts. And at the bottom, we haven't played it just yet. Y'all ready for this, man? The first one, first anagram. This player is not a current player, and he's not a Hall of Famer. He could be any player in NBA history, so we're gonna skip it. They're also in these parentheses. You see on the second one it says 6 and 8, so that means his first name has 6 letters and his last name has 8 letters. He is a Hall of Famer with the Z in his name. Hall of Famer with a Z in his name, bro. Oh, I'm not here. Gotta be Zoe, right? It's gotta be Alonzo Mourning. There we go. We got our first one. Ham Delusions. No, he's a current player, but I don't know. What team did they all play for? You got to put them all together. We're going to skip it. We're going to go to resumes because this is where I can strive because I know this. 3-time champion, 3-time finals MVP, and 3-time regular season MVP. That is LeBron James, baby. The next one, 4-time NBA three-point percentage leader. Say no more. Kyle Korver, 1-time NBA champion, 2017. 2-time All-Star. Okay, so we're looking at somebody that just won a championship. I don't know. But what year were they all drafted in? 2003. Kyle Korver, LeBron, 2003 draft. We'll come back to the other ones. Let's get the easy ones out of the way. So careers. A Hall of Fame player that played for the Warriors, the Kings, the Wizards, and the Lakers. That's got to be part of TMC, baby. Mitch Richmond. Also a Hall of Fame player from the 60s and the 70s. He played a long time. I'm not good with 60s players, man, so I'm going to come back to that one. Next one, we got somebody that played from 88 to 2002 for the Jazz, the Cavs, the Hornets, the Bucks, the Raptors. Then, is that the all-time leading scorer in Hornets history? Dale Curry, in what position they play? They both played shooting guard. There we go. Okay. We're gonna skip the first column. What we don't have, we'll come back to it. Let's go to the second column. A player with 3 names, 338, not a Hall of Famer, not a current player. We will skip. The next one, we will skip. The next one, somebody with the V in his name. He's a current player with a V in his name. It's gotta be, I see these 2 letters, a K and a V. It's gotta be Kyrie Irving. And who did they all play for? Well, he's only played for 2 teams, and one of them is the Cavaliers. All right, well, okay, we can put this together. These other 2 players, the anagrams, play for the Cavaliers somewhere in their career. 5 and 5. That may be Larry Nance Sr. It is. Okay, we'll come back to the one that's 338. Resume. A 4-time scoring champion. Woo! 1-time MVP in 2001. That is, of course, Allen Iverson. Let's get it. Let's look at these years, man. The 2008 MVP. He only got 1, but he probably should have had way more. Kobe Bean. Oh. Okay. Kobe Bean Bryant. Next one. 4-time block leader. 1-time defensive player of the year, 2007. 2008 was Kevin Garnett. The year before, 4-time block champion. Let me fix my I don't even know what this thing is called. That's Marcus Camby. There we go. And when they drafted, that was the greatest year in existence. Legends were drafted, and a king was born. You feel me? Careers. Some player that started off with the Bulls in the 70s, ended up on the Bulls later. In between, he played for the Celtics and the Spurs. That's got to be Artis Gilmore. You know I know my Bulls, baby. I know my Bulls. A player that just retired last year, played for the Suns, the Knicks, the Mavericks, and the Heat. That is Amar'e Stoudemire. I don't know how to spell Amar'e Stoudemire's name. That's an L. We'll come back to it. All right, this player is a Hall of Famer that played for the Bulls sometime in his career. Also played with the Warriors and the Cavs. So whoever this player is, he's probably known for playing with one of those other teams, the Warriors or the Cavs. Because as far as like Hall of Famers that played for the Bulls during the 60s and 70s, I can't think of any. So he's got to be a guy. I'm going to skip it. I'm going to skip it for now. And what position do they play? Center. So the rest of these guys are all centers. So Amar'e Stoudemire, we got that one. We just can't spell it. And then the other one we will skip. All right, we're only 5 minutes in, but I feel like we've already covered a lot of ground. Anagrams, the third one. This guy is a Hall of Famer. All three of these guys are Hall of Famers. And they all play for the same team. Something tells me this is either going to be somebody from the Lakers, because you know they had a lot of Hall of Famers. It's not the Lakers, so it got to be the Celtics. There we go. Okay, so Celtics players with these, see that they're too common. A Hall of Fame player from the Celtics that had a P in his name, probably Robert Parrish. There we go. Hall of Fame player that name is only 3 letters from the Celtics. It's not Ray Allen. Ray Allen's not a Hall of Famer yet. It's also got a J. It's Sam Jones. And the other one we will come back to, I don't know. One-time slam dunk champion and one-time second team All-NBA. That was in 2001, and he's still in the league. So we talk about somebody old. Slam dunk champion. Does it say how many All-Star games? No, it doesn't say All-Star games. Slam dunk. I feel like at 2000 slam dunk champion. We're gonna come back to it. We don't want to waste that much time. Slam dunk. Vince Carter, 2000 slam dunk champion. I think that was the year he said it was like it's over when he did that nasty dunk. Whew, VC is a bad man. Okay, 2-time NBA champion, 2000, 2001. Those are those Lakers teams. So he played for the Lakers. NBA All-Star head coach. That's Tyronn Lue. Is it a coincidence that Tyronn Lue and Allen Iverson are both on this quiz? Probably. All right. What year was Vince Carter drafted? That was 1998. There we go. So we're looking for somebody that was one-time NBA Finals MVP 2011. All right. Now, I thought this is going to be more difficult. That's Dirk. Let's get it. Okay, playing careers. This guy played for the Hawks, the Clippers, the Celtics, and the Spurs, and he's also a Hall of Famer. I don't know. We will skip it. This next player is not a Hall of Famer, but he recently retired for the Supersonics, the Magic, the Wizard, and the Heat. I put an S on Heat. Oh, that's an L. Rashard Lewis had one of the worst contracts ever back in the day. One crazy good player, but he was overpaid. My scarf or whatever the heck this is falling off. Another NBA player that just recently retired a couple years ago, played for the Suns, the Heat, the Raptors, the Mavericks, and the Cavaliers. That's a long career. I don't know what position they played. Rashard Lewis was a small forward. So, okay, the rest of these players are also small forwards. They played for the Suns, the Heat, the Raptors, the Mavericks, and the Cavaliers. Sean Marion, baby. All right, so I feel like we should have way more right than this. I feel like we put in way more work than just like over 50%. Let's go back to the anagrams. This is where I'm going to start to cut because I got to really think these through. We got 12 minutes to answer the rest of these questions. Let me get to it. Ah, Amar'e. There we go. I just spent like a minute trying to spell his name. We just had to replace a bunch of letters. Okay. But even then, I don't know. Okay, wait. Let's go down to the witness part. So we're looking for a player that was drafted by the Cavs in 1996 that played center. Oh. Ilgauskas? Ilgauskas. There we go. Let's get it. Okay, so a Boston Celtic player that was drafted in 1998 and a small forward, that's Paul Pierce. Okay, so we're missing witness number one. Witness number one, because we don't know that anagram. We need those anagrams to finish this up, man. And I don't think okay, let's just name the teams that Zoe played for. I most notably know him from playing for the Heat. Okay, there we go. We don't even need the rest of the anagrams. So a player that was drafted by the Miami Heat in 2003, Dwayne Wade, Chi-Town's very own. So we got a lot of blanks, but I think we can solve the puzzle. Who was eating all the cake? A player who has played with all three of these people. He's played with Wade, he's played with Ilgauskas, and he's played for Paul Pierce. Okay. So, okay. We got to think of a player that played for the Heat, right? Because Dwayne Wade spent mostly all of his career, besides last year, in Miami. So a player that played for the Heat, but also played for the Cavs, and also played for the Celtics. Also played for the Heat, the Cavs, and the Celtics. All right, more time. I got to think this through.
A few moments later.
I got it. Play for the Heat. Won a championship. Shaquille O'Neal. You solved it. The rest doesn't even matter. I figured it out. The Black Sherlock Holmes came through. And Shaq, you will be put under restraints. I don't know how we're going to do it. You're like 7 foot. I'm like 5'8". So I can't do it myself. But okay, we can give up on the rest of the quiz because it does not matter because we got the answer right. Okay, let's see what we missed. Tim Hardaway. That's Tim Hardaway Sr. I could have sworn he's not a Hall of Famer yet, is he? He will probably get in there one day. Udonis Haslem, I was not going to get that. David West, I was thinking about everybody on that 2017 team that won the championship, or that Warriors team, trying to go down the list. Who was an all-star in 2008? And I did not think of David West. Gail Goodrich, okay, I don't know much about Gail Goodrich. Again, it was the 60s and the 70s. My parents weren't even around. Okay, kind of. Hot Rod Williams would have never got that. Nate Thurmond, okay, that makes sense. Dave Cowens and Dominique Wilkins. I missed the Dominique Wilkins one, which is probably an L. For the careers of you play, you solved it. It does not matter. The Black Sherlock Holmes is here, baby. Thank y'all so much for watching the video. If you did enjoy, be sure to leave it a like. I am starting to vlog more on my second channel. I dropped a video yesterday with me playing a 3-point shootout against my homeboy Mike. So if you're very curious about what my basketball skill looks like, boom, you can go over there. Again, just go over there. It's in the description. The first link in the description will be that, and then the second link will be the link to this quiz. Thank y'all so much. I don't know if somebody made this specifically for me. Stuart Little, he did make this for me. Appreciate you, Stuart. Really appreciate that. Peace. Also, Sunday, the newest episode of my podcast drop. If you like NBA and you haven't listened already, go ahead, click that link in the description. Go ahead, listen. Let me know what you think.